US opposed China's attempt to set Solomon Islands military base. The US administration decides to stop China from establishing a military base in the Solomon Islands. The move from the US comes following the security pact between China and Solomon Islands. The pact, White House clarified, has potential regional security implications for the US and its allies. A high-level US delegation, including National Security Council Indo-Pacific Coordinator Kurt Campbell and Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian Pacific Affairs Daniel Kritenbrink, and Pentagon officials were in the team that met the Solomon Islands leaders. According to the White House, the delegation informed in the talks that if steps are taken to establish a de facto permanent military presence, power projection capabilities, or a military installation, the United States would have significant concerns and respond accordingly. The United States emphasized that it will follow developments closely in consultation with regional partners. Meanwhile, Solomon Islands had clarified earlier itself that it won't allow China to establish a military base in its land. Solomon Islands Prime Minister explained that the government is conscious of the security ramification of hosting a military base. He added that the authority won't be careless to allow such initiative to take place under its watch. The White House statement following the visit of the US diplomat says, Sergio Ware reiterated his specific assurances that there will be no military base, no long-term presence, and no power projection capability, as he has said publicly. China had established more than 20 military bases in the South China Sea. The presence of the Chinese army in the Solomon Islands is a threat for countries like Australia and New Zealand also. The islands are very close to Australia. Australia had responded to the situation earlier itself. Prime Minister Scott Morrison had stated that it is an issue of concern for the entire region, but it has not come as a surprise. He added that they had been long aware of these pressures. The New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern's response was that the Chinese move was of grave concern. Ardern said that it was potential militarization of the region. She also urged Solomon Islands not to look beyond the Pacific family. The explanation by China about the pact with Solomon Islands was that it has no conflict with other countries.